glad I got to witness an Oklahoma ice storm. One's probably enough. 4 days inside of a bus is kind of boring, but this pond was nowhere near full when we got here. They're in the middle of a drought. Those branches on the ground came down in this storm. And right there is where it's going over its banks. It runs through the grass. You can't really see it until you get to the mowed area. And it runs down there, down into that valley. Let's walk down there and see. Ground's super soft. The bus is going nowhere right now. The willow tree took a good beating too. Branch lost there, branch there. I think there's another one sitting on top of that little stand. We'll see what that looks like once we get all the broken stuff off. We survived our first ice storm.
Hopefully our last.
We didn't even realize it was a big deal. Maybe because of Minnesotan in us?
Well, maybe, and being disconnected with no television and not really paying any attention to the news.
Having no place to go.
Yeah, that makes a difference too. When you have nowhere you need to be, we really just can shut the doors and turn the heat on and stay home.
Yeah.
Makes it not that big a deal. I mean, if we had to drive into town or something to go to work, I can see where that'd be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but we had no place to go, so we just watched it rain and then watched that rain freeze as soon as it hit the ground.
Yeah, just a little bit of mourning when the big branches snapped off the willow. That was...
Yeah, it's
sad, but...
We were watching this, and I guess I thought Oklahoma had 4, 5, 6 ice storms a year. I just thought it was something happened in the winter every time it snowed in Minnesota. They got ice down here or something. And yeah, by the end of day 2, when these branches were snapping and snapping, I was like, man, how often can they have this and still have trees? And then talking to the neighbor bulldog, he's like, yeah, the last time I saw it this bad was in 2007, and that storm was worse, but that's 13
years.
Yeah, 13 years ago. And I don't know. It just must be the Minnesotan in us, because I didn't.
No,
Our bus is capable off-grid for... We could stay warm with the gas we had in the generator and the diesel fuel for the diesel heater 5 to 7 days real easy with no power.
Yeah, the diesel heater was nice because we did lose power there for a handful of hours, and to have important things on the inverter and the diesel heater on the inverter and diesel fuel, to know that our fridge wasn't going to go off and our heat wasn't going to go out, could still use the water.
Tree branches fell. There was damage, especially the willow tree behind us here, and it took us a half a day probably to clean that all up. Steve, myself, Connor, and Jaden.
Yep.
And there was a large dead tree back by the pond, and it had a lot of poison ivy on it. Steve is pretty allergic to poison ivy. It doesn't really bother me unless it actually scratches my skin. So I pulled all the poison ivy off the tree. Yeah, I pulled all the poison ivy off the tree while the other guys were doing the storm cleanup. Well, like 10 minutes while the other guys were doing storm cleanup, then I helped with them. But I put on nitro gloves, I put on a different shirt, pulled it all off, and then got rid of the shirt right away and whatnot. But oh yeah, so half a day's worth of work, and I asked Steve, when are we going to cut that tree down? And he kind of looked, let's do it right now. I think he wanted to wait a day or two. I don't know why. It was just at that point of day where it's...
I think he just needed a little bit of somebody else saying, I'm still in the mood to work, to keep him going, because I don't think he wanted to stop.
And the tree was leaning over the pond, and he didn't want the tree in the pond, so he was going to cut a wedge in it and cut it and hopefully drop it next to the pond. It's going to take us another 15 minutes, and then we're going to be done for the day.
I think what did it take in reality?
I didn't look at the timestamps.
I didn't either.
Well over an hour.
Yeah, it was a long time. And I just thought, I'll just go out with the camera and I'll film it, and that'll be quick and easy, and one of the most boring things I've ever filmed. And in terms of action, there's not... I don't have words.
It's a lot of action.
Sorry.
I sweated for over an hour. Can't tell me there was no action. I've never seen a tree that goes down this hard, but
I've never seen a tree stay up like that.
yeah, I've never have either. But if you watch the video to the end, which I highly recommend watching it to the end, everyone watches them to the end, right? You'll find out whether we persevered or not, and whether the tree fell into the pond or fell next to the pond, and we defied gravity. The storm cleanup was easy compared to the tree coming down, which should have really been the easy, fun ending to the day.
It should have been the easy part. It should have just been real quick. Cut this. Oh, it fell into the pond, even though we tried not to. But it was not. The tree was very stubborn.
Yeah.
And did not want to go anywhere. Just kind of wanted to hang out right there, literally.
Yeah. Oh well, let's get back to this video. The willow tree is not a complete loss at all. Over half the tree really survived. It's just got a little bit more character.
A few moments later.
Alright, ain't going. Dang. Can you knock that out? I'll just cut.
Yeah.
Let it go where it wants to. Going now. My dang saw blade.
Few inches later.
I think it is so.
Oh, I'm getting on that wedge.
Good night.
It's opened way up.
Yeah.
Let me try to relieve it right there. One little spot. That didn't do it. We're still rolling.
I should just turn around and walk away. If I didn't have the camera out, it would have fallen a long time ago. You can see it move. It's just stubborn. Dad's perfect for that tree. Neither one of them want to move.
Moments later.
Yeah? Hit your thing now with this. Oh, it ain't gonna help it there, is it?
I tell you, neither one of them want to give. Man nor tree. They don't want to give up. Dad doesn't want to stop and say the tree doesn't like me, and the tree doesn't want to break and say, you win.
Holy cow, look how open it is.
Yeah, there isn't much left to hold it up.
Can I look? I'm gonna make a bigger wedge.
Yeah, you can come look, Connor.
For video purposes, I'll climb up it.
Yeah.
How has gravity not just kind of
I don't
taken
know.
over? And
It should have fallen somewhere between that way and that way by now.
I agree with you.
And I got less and less to hit with that sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Deeper it gets in there.
Hey, there it's going. It moved, huh?
Well,
Man.
look how wide that is now. This one, two more times now.
Okay, I'll go cut a steak. I'll get one this time. I'll bring a whole 4x4. That one's gonna have to do it. got a bunch here. Oh, there she goes. That's the one that was waiting on right there. To the pond. Look at the way it's wanting to roll. It's like gonna pop when it goes, so you be ready to pop it. Maybe not. There ain't enough meat there to not. Now it's starting to come this way again. That's so weird. It does what you're telling it to. After that, I gotta cut more. You see how many I brought last time? I was like,
I thought you had way too many.
that was a chainsaw whip. I need to make a solid two before a wedge now. Just the whole thing.
Yeah. Just how you filming, but
I
gotta be
am.
bored of filming by now.
I'm
We'll
fine.
delete all that other and I'll watch
Yeah.
it. Yeah, go up here now. It's gonna go now. Oh yeah. So, oh. So it's, hey, gravity is telling it to go that way, but it actually wants to lean back this way. Isn't that? You want to fall it.
Oh, you do it.
He's like,
Watch this. Watch
It ain't
take
going.
2 swings and do it. Wow. Yeah, come look at it once more with the camera. Then I got to be able to drop this with a couple swings. Right?
I hope so.
Look how open that is through there. And this started out the width of a chainsaw blade. It's not like this is like a wedge cut out on this side.
Crazy.
all right, she's going now. I swear it moved a 1/4 inch those last 2 hits ago, and then
Yeah.
it's off your wedge back there now. You got it off your wedge. See it?
Yeah.
The 1/4 inch.
Yeah. Who would have thought I could have pulled that out of the center? I think I'm
Wood will
gonna
hold
try
that. It don't like a lot, but I keep saying that.
Yeah.
That's going.
Oh, those are big movements, yeah.
It acts like it's got a canopy stuck in another tree or something. It's a heck of a shot on top of the other log.
Yeah.
I don't
That
understand.
sounded like it should have started going.
There you go. No, no. I believe it's on fall halfway down horizontal and stay. Hover. Look at it. Yeah. What the crap, man?
What is holding
You
it
gotta
up?
be kidding.
And then to have that much weight of the tree that way.
It's like balanced on it.
That is a lot. Oh wow, yeah, that's a very small amount
that
of
doesn't
tree
even
that's
make
being
sense.
held on.
Yeah, almost
Every
got it.
head just moving just a bit more.
I think you're actually getting close now.
If I could have hit it, it might have went. Crap, I can't get it yet. reason I deal with this.
Sorry.
No, I would have done it tomorrow and went the whole day. At least this, after this, I'm showering.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to
At least
next.
I got poison ivy on me. If this ever gets down.
Might.
Could be deadly.
Let's get the steel stake back out.
Yeah.
Give it a push.
Just then.
Hey.
Still making noise. Couple more swings.
Look at it, it's just pivoting.
One eternity later.
There you go. All right. Oh my gosh. It's gonna go. There you go. Yep. It's going. Finally. Look where it's at.
It's not in the pond.
You delete all that but like 3 hits.
Thanks, Steve.
Wow,
Thanks.
that's ridiculous.
That's what was holding it. That right there.
That
That whole tree leaning out.
over that little
Right
bit.
there, it split down and went down to the ground.
That's what they need to make hard for.
Yeah, what kind of tree is this? Do you know?
No, I like it. Is it a locust? I don't
I have no idea.
Stick.
You got to work out today.
Yeah, good.
Getting that poison ivy.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff I pulled off the tree in the lower part.
What is
That
this
poison
stuff?
oak or poison ivy, whatever it is.
All this green stuff?
Yeah.
I'm glad you swung the thing.
This is what that means you get your shoulders rubbed tonight.
Just my forearms need rubbing. My shoulders will be fine.
Thanks for sticking around to the end. I wish I could have edited the tree down as quickly as I could edit it for you, because it was way longer than
It was an eternity.
way longer than the 10 minutes you just watched. The weather looks beautiful for the next 2 weeks, I think.
Like 70s.
Yeah, like just wonderful, and I'm looking forward to it. Got some work to do on the bus here over the next handful of days. Then the shipping container is going to get spray foamed,
Yep.
and then we have work to do on the shipping container.
Yeah.
I guess that's lots of work to do. Beautiful weather, lots of work.
Beautiful weather. That's
Yeah.
that's really, I like that. And I like, never mind. That's it.
Looking forward to the next week, 2 weeks worth of weather, work to be done, and
Naps.
naps to happen. Until next time, peace.
Bye.
Yep.
It was like one side now.
You don't see me underwater. I'm looking at you as I die.
Terrible way to go.